the bear market? Is it here? Is it coming? Are we entering into it like right now? Or is it a long way away? And what you need to know about it and how to prepare for it, especially with ILV. Okay, welcome back. I'm Scoriox, where I do the maths and you do the degen. And as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And please always do your own research. But I'm going to drop some really interesting stuff today. So let's get into it. Okay, so from now on, I'm going to use two different definitions for this video. Bear market and crypto winter. The thing when Bitcoin goes down and stays down for several years at a really low price, that is called crypto winter. A bear market is a 20% or more decline in price. And as you guys know, we have seen that multiple times in BTC already in like the past 7-8 months. We've seen it like 3 or 4 times. That is a technical bear market. I'll show you right here. You can see on Investopedia that a bear market is when a market experiences prolonged price declines. It typically describes a condition in which securities price fell 20% or more from recent highs amid widespread pessimism and negative investor sentiment. And if you guys don't admit that we've seen that more than once, with the fear and greed index going below 10 in more than once, then you're not paying attention. We've been in several bear markets and we've come out of several bear markets. That is because Bitcoin and the overall crypto space is extremely immature and extremely volatile. Okay, so let's just try and clear that up first. Now, what do I refer to when I'm talking about crypto winter? That is this right here. That is this section down here. Let me try and draw a box. That is this section down here where Bitcoin moved sideways for several years. In this case, it went from the start of 2018 right up until the end of 2020. So about 3 years, okay? 18, 19, 20, 3 years. That is what crypto winter is, and it happens in Bitcoin on about a 4-year cycle for those of you that are new. Technically, it's every certain number of blocks, but it's been about 4 years up until this point, and it is extending every time. So next cycle might be a total of 6 years from top to bottom sort of a thing, okay? And why does that happen? Every certain number of blocks, let's say every 4 years, the rate at which miners enter new Bitcoin into the market is halved. It is called the halving. Okay, that is built into PTC, and that's pretty much why everyone loves it and what makes it great. It's a form of scarcity that cannot be changed and is immutable. Okay, so every 4 years or so this happens, and then demand, you could say, stays the same to a degree, but supply is halved. So what happens is the price, like you're seeing here, starts to go parabolic, and then demand picks up because it's on all the media articles, it's in the news, it's all over your TV and on bus signs and billboards and everything, and then demand rockets and supply is still quite low, and then the price goes up and it goes crazy. Then you hit one of these points up here, which a lot of people refer to as a whoops, that was a terrible circle. I am so sorry. Sorry, I've done this before, I swear. Why does it do it that way? Okay. Which a lot of people call a blow off top. And that basically means the retail sentiment got so crazy and so overheated, everyone got super greedy, and then the market makers, pretty much people with a lot of money, dump on the market and take all their money from them. Okay? What we want to be here is we want to be a lot smarter than them. Again, not financial advice. And please, if you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to learn more about ILV and things in the future, please like and subscribe down below. It means a lot to me. It really helps me out. And I really love seeing the comments too, and all the nice things you say about my videos and what you liked about them, what you didn't like. It's all really helpful and helps me improve. Okay, so that's what a bear market looks like. Or not a bear market, a crypto winter. A crypto winter looks like. Now, let's have a look at two other ones, okay? Because I really want to point out something important. Everyone wants to know what coins you want to hold in a bear market or a crypto winter or in this period of death and destruction. The answer is none of them are going to go up. That's not really how it works. What you want to hold or what you want to invest in is the tokens that don't die. A lot of newer investors in the space don't realize this, but there are hundreds and hundreds of tokens that went to zero or ran out of liquidity or whatever and have just completely disappeared off the face of the earth during these periods. The ones that didn't disappear off the face of the earth are things like cryptos in the top 20. You're going to see a lot of cryptocurrency outside of the top 20 that are going to die. Okay, so be very careful whenever you're doing anything. And if you want to be as safe as possible, either don't invest everything all at once or wait for a clear crypto winter before you invest in something. Now, I'm going to talk about what I believe, in personal opinion, are the things that survive this bloodbath, let's call it. And we're going to look at two charts really quickly. XRP and Ethereum, okay? Put my screen away for a second now. With XRP, you can see it had its blow off top, pretty insane. This is the weekly chart. I'm only looking at weekly charts today. And then it crashed down really hard, okay? It stayed down the bottom and then it's come up and it hasn't gone quite so well, okay? And we all know that it's because of the XRP lawsuit. But that's not really kind of what crypto is built on. Crypto is built on hype, okay? A lot of these prices, 99% of them are unrealistic. Bitcoin's one is probably the most realistic. Then you have things like Ethereum, which is getting there. Okay, now let's have a look at the Ethereum chart. As you can see, it had its first blow off top in 2017, like before. Massive crypto winter, and we went up, and we could be entering the bear market. I personally do not believe we are, and I've explained that in prior videos. So go and watch Market Makers if you're not sure. They have really good understanding of overall market structure. Okay, so we've come up and obviously we broke our all-time high, unlike XRP. To me, a big factor of a coin that survives this bloodbath is utility, okay? Most of the coins that were destroyed at the end of the 2017 bull run were the meme coins. Dogecoin never quite recovered for a very long time until all the Elon Musk stuff. But there were lots and lots of meme coins. There were hundreds, if not thousands of them. The only one that survived was Dogecoin. It was the first meme coin. It had a reason to stay. Everything else is gone. So be careful with that. I think Shiba could stay for the long term to a certain degree, but that will be it. Doge and Shiba will live. SafeMoon, maybe, probably not, but all the other meme coins will not survive the bear market. And honestly, a lot of the NFT tokens that people are bringing out to give their NFTs utility, they won't survive either. When this goes into a bear market, anything that's been highly saturated, like the portrait NFTs, they will suffer. CryptoPunks will live, and so will BAYC. A lot of the other ones, you've got to be very careful. Make sure you're being very careful with your money, and if you're getting into these things for a quick flip, make it that. Make it a quick flip, or flip some of it, return your initial investment, and then leave the rest, okay? So be very, very careful in this space. I can't stress that enough. A lot of these tokens will go to zero, and I want to make sure you guys are thinking about that at some point in your crypto journey. Okay, now I want to talk about utility. This is the Ethereum daily transaction. This is the Ethereum daily transactions over the past 7 years, okay? You can see a steady increase, and it has only gone up. And the peaks have dropped off in the first big drop, and it didn't really drop off for the second big drop. It has gone up over time. That is how I'm defining something that will potentially survive the crypto winter that we are going to eventually see. I don't even know if it's going to be this year. I'm suspecting sometime in June or July potentially, but I really don't know, and I can do a separate video on that. But if you're going to look for a token that will survive, look for something with utility, okay? Now, let's have a look at Illuvium, okay? A lot of people think it could be protected against a crypto winter, but it's going to suffer the same fate as everything else, okay? So you have something like this. You have the Illuvium market cap. Now, what does this mean? This market cap is how much money is in the crypto at this point in time. Currently, 500K, okay? This market cap here is what the market cap would have to be if all the tokens were released. However, since this is about, let's say, 16 times the market cap, if every single token was added to supply right now, and that was all on exchanges and everything, and it was all ready and circulating, then ILV would be 16 times less valuable right this moment, okay? And tokens are going to be unlocked over the next 3 years quite often. So how I'm looking at it is I'm hoping the game is successful, and then money will pour into the game, which, using its unique tokenomics, will pour directly into the token. No other token that I've seen has tokenomics quite like that. So I think it'll be interesting because it will siphon funds from Ethereum through the game and straight into the token. And I suspect in the first year, we could add 4 billion to that total market cap, okay? But if we have like 3 to 4 times of the supply added to the supply, the token price might stay the same. It might stay around $800. And if a lot of people are selling, it'll drop a lot as well. So here's the big difference, right? If you have a very little liquidity, either you have very little circulating supply or not much of it is locked up or whatever, then the token price is very volatile, which means it can increase and decrease in value very, very quickly. So what we might see is a lot of these locked tokens might enter the supply, and then other people are locking them up and stuff, and a lot of people are staking, which is really good overall. But then if a crypto winter hits, it's actually going to drop even faster than other tokens might, because there isn't much liquidity left because everyone's staked in the protocol, okay? Which is very scary for a lot of newer investors. So if you're staked, great, keep that there and try not to look at the charts, because we could see some crazy turbulence. But as I've said in previous videos, in a bear market, ILV I think will do extremely well, but only if you're compounding. I think it will have this effect, right? Where you're compounding your rewards, and since the token price is low, you're getting even more than you would have, but your overall value is going to stay very, very stagnant. It's not going to move very much, but you're eventually going to hit 1,000, 2,000 tokens. Then say the next bull run kicks off and each token goes to 10K, well, you can do the maths yourself. Let's say 2,000 tokens times 10K price, a lot of money, okay? But it's going to reward those that are patient. So be very cautious and just be aware of what you're doing and be very, very careful. Now, I'm going to show you an example of this. So this is my current investing strategy. Right now, my goal is to buy every week. I'm not really selling. If we get a lot of big movements to the upside, I might sell a small percentage of it. If I think we're going to blow off top, I might sell half so I can rebuy at the bottom. But at the moment, all I'm doing is accumulating over the long term. Okay, and that's what I'll be doing with ILV and probably some Ethereum as well to help hedge my bets. Okay, this is a DCA calculator. If you started at the very start of the 2017 bull run and you invested $100 weekly up until now, then you would have invested $24,000 and your Ethereum would be worth $250,000. And Ethereum's not even at all-time highs, okay? It goes all the way over here and you make a ton of money, all right? That's the power of DCA, dollar cost averaging. And that's my current strategy, okay? So there's a few rules I would be careful with here. Do not overinvest. If you have, say, $1,000, I would make sure to keep at least half of that for a potential bear market at any given point, but you can still invest over time. Take profits on the way up. so that if we do crash, you have money to buy back in or to take money and do whatever. I'm personally making sure I have as much as I possibly can on the sidelines. I have a few plans in place for that. Just make sure you do not always invest it all at once. I know a lot of people on YouTube and wherever else will tell you this is the bottom is in. Believe me when I say that we can always go lower. Even if it's very quickly, we can always go lower. Never have everything inside crypto. Have some liquidity, as much as you can manage, okay? Now, there are a few other factors we need to consider. NFTs may behave very differently, okay? They could help hedge against price decline. Okay, in Illuvium, I'm going to be trying to capture as many Illuvials as I can and holding most of them for the long term, especially holographics, because they may hold their value. And we've seen that in NFTs to date as well. NFTs often hold their value because a lot of people see them in different ways. Some people value them in Ethereum and some people value them in USD, okay? They might sell it for 0.1 ETH, but if 0.1 ETH decreases in price, then they might try and sell it for more Ethereum because it's the same USD value, and then they're stacking Ethereum without losing any USD. So it's kind of like holding fiat, but it actually works the other way as well. So the only thing you have to consider with that sort of strategy is you have to make sure the NFTs will have value, okay? Things like CryptoPunks will obviously always be valuable to a lot of people. Things like Illuvium NFTs, we don't know which ones are going to be valuable and for how long, but once set one disappears and all the original Illuvials can no longer be caught, they will have their own sort of value and they might be able to help you hedge yourself in a bear market. They can sometimes feel a little bit like a stable coin, but it really depends on what you're investing into, and you should always do your own research. Again, if you guys could please like and subscribe and help this reach more people. We really need to make sure everyone in the space is educated and being very careful with every move they make, because this thing is the Wild West, and I see a lot of new people enter at the tops and then get scared, sell off, and then rebuy at the next top. It's a giant web, and you need to investigate it and get through it. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you on the next one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you'll watch that next video up in the top right hand corner, or don't, but I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.